It's a hockey stream on episode 490 of the VIG Lounge as we're doing part one of this doubleheader in NHL 26 as the Vegas Golden Knights travel to the East Coast to take on the Boston Bruins in Beantown. Can the Golden Knights continue their winning ways on the road, or will they get mauled by the Bear in Boston? There's only one way to find out. Before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right into the Golden Knights and Bruins here on the VIG Lounge. And the Bruins win the opening draw. That was a big hit by McNabb. Cross to Theodore. Puck sent all the way down, and that's going to be an icing call as McAvoy touches up. That shot, I don't know if it actually hit the net or not. It looks like it was blocked. There's another icing call as the Golden Knights are having a very hard time getting the puck out of the zone. And the Bruins get their second offensive zone draw in the early stages of the first, and they win it. And this time they do get a shot on goal. And a second one. Now how about making a third? As the Golden Knights look to get it out, and they will this time. Mark Stone carries in. Shot from the circle, and the Golden Knights are on the board now with the shot clock. Great chance and denial by Jeremy Swayman. McAvoy. That shot's blocked. Gets it up now to Braden McNabb. McNabb from the right wing circle. Drifts, shoots, denied by Swayman, and he will hang on. Actually, I don't know if that puck actually got to him before he pounced on it. But be that as it may, the Golden Knights still have not won a draw, I don't believe. Rasmus Andersson carries in for the Golden Knights, fires! And that's denied. Rebound! Goes all the way to the corner. Now to Marner covering up. Drifting, shooting, that's blocked. Now Hertl has it. Nice keep in by Hannafin. Sets up Dorothea for a one-timer that went wide. Golden Knights really having a hard time keeping it in the zone and getting decent shots away. Hertl with a chance off the pad of Swayman. Onto the blue line. Theodore lets it rip. That's blocked. McNabb steps up for a hit. Golden Knights regather. Shea Theodore gets it up to Tomas Hertl. And it's knocked off his stick. Carried in by Tanner Jeannot, who takes a hit instead of giving one. That's very rare. Oh, there's a big hit by a Bruin, though, on Riley Smith. Hopefully he's okay. And Jeannot gets knocked down again. Up to William Karlsson. Wild Bill with a chance, denied. Saad collects for the rebound. And apparently Jeremy Swayman decides it's time to stop the show. I love how it seems like every goalie, starting goalie, aside from either one of my teams, has some sort of ability for some reason. So I say they really give them out like candy. I bet you now that Jari's with the Oilers in this newest update, he probably has an ability too. Eichel wins a draw back to Korzak. Korzak does a few pirouettes. Tries to dish it off to Lauzon, but that did not work. Lauzon has it though, but in his own zone. Gets it up to Mark Stone. Stone drifts, shoots, denied by Swayman. Caden Korzak with a big hit. Jack Eichel has it now for Vegas. And gets it back up to Caden Korzak, who joins the rush. Switches to the backhand, down to the forehand, denied by Swayman. Golden Knights are starting to get some chances, but Jeremy Swayman has had the answer thus far. Carried back in again by, this time, Rasmus Andersson. He'll let it go, rebound, and Swayman somehow got that one too. Oh my goodness, yeah, they're going to be highlighting Jeremy Swayman for sure. How is that 41%? That is a rebound right in front of the net. That's way more than 41%. I'm sorry. I respectfully disagree. Colton Sissons wins it back to Andersson. Shoots! And Sissons on the backhand! And again, Jeremy Swayman decides it's time to stop the show. Late stage of the first now, 4:43 to go. Still waiting for the game's first goal. Or excuse me, 4:32 to go. McAvoy gets hit. Now Arvidsson to Pasternak. And dumped in by Boston. Beautiful stretch pass. Colton Sissons lost it, regained it, shoots, got his own rebound, and Swayman turned that away as well. Golden Knights were down early, 3-1 in shots, and now are up to 14, and have held the Bruins to just 5. As Vegas has really begun to find their groove everywhere except the face-off dot. But if you've watched my channel long enough, you know that the blind guy sucks at face-offs, so that's nothing new. Hannafin got it up the middle. Carried in by William Karlsson. Karlsson drifting, shooting, and a pad save by Swayman. Now Saad with the pop-out. Smith had it, and it rolls in on Swayman. 1:02 to go. As the Golden Knights definitely are piling up the chances, they just can't seem to get it past Swayman because Jeremy decides to keep stopping the show. I don't know what they were thinking there. Back to the blue line. Rasmus Andersson, pad save, Swayman. And that'll do it for one period of play. No score after 20 minutes. If you like seeing Bruins saves, you're getting a plenty. As the Golden Knights are out shooting the Bruins 17-5. Also out hitting them 17-5. Talk about synergy. Face-offs dominated by the Bees, but we already knew that. And no penalties to speak of as of yet. But we'll see, maybe that'll change in period 2. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Who will break the ice in the second? Let's find out. Bruins win the opening draw, the second period as well. I believe that was Lindholm. Golden Knights trying to get it out. And they will. Almost. Did get to the red line, but collected by Boston. Brady McNabb with a nice hit. Now Stone has it behind the Vegas net. Trying to find his way. Traffic. Now Swayman will hang on to that. Beats the icing. At least we get an offensive zone draw, which we'll probably lose, but let's try it anyway. Nearly 2 minutes gone here in the second. Still waiting for the game's first goal. Draw one, of course, by Boston. What else is new? Brayden McNabb carries in for Vegas. Maybe it has to be an unconventional goal scorer. Not on this chance. Give away to Dorofeev, then he lost it. Couple of great saves by Hill. Special zone abilities be damned. Rasmus Andersson with a shot down low, and again, Jeremy Swayman will stop the show with nearly 5 minutes gone here in the second period. Yeah, give some love to Adin Hill. Show some love for Adin Hill. My goodness, he made some great saves on that sequence. Now let's go Bruins chant. William Karlsson wins the draw. Back to Anderson, sets up Hannafin, drive denied by Swayman. The one-timer was a great opportunity, but Swayman was able to read that. Hold on, this time. Oh, lost the puck to Brandon Saad. Thought he still had it for some reason. Jeremy Lauzon with a hit. And now it's brought back in by William Karlsson. Approaching the halfway point of the game, and we still haven't seen a goal until now. Mark Kastelik talked about unconventional scoring, and that's not what I had in mind. With the Bruins, very few shots, but they do get the first goal. As a grinder finds the back of the net for the knees. Mark Kastelik with the game's opening goal. Jack Eichel trying to cut to the net, lost it. And Swayman will hang on. Highlighting the goaltender matchup, very convenient after Adin Hill surrenders a goal. And of course you're going to chant when your team's leading. Love how the Bruins chant stops as soon as they're in the offensive zone. Or in the defensive zone, rather. Golden Knights trying to get that goal back off the stick of the goal-scoring machine that is Mark Kastelik, apparently. Now Asimov out to the blue line. He'll turn that long drive aside. Puck carried in now by Barbashev as the first line for Vegas. What's going to work? Rebound! And Swayman got that too. Seems no matter what you do, Jeremy Swayman has the answer. Long drive handled from the shot by Theodore. Eichel with a chance. Rebound denied. Rebound again from Marner. He couldn't get it to go. 7:32 to go in period 2. Golden Knights are still looking to solve Jeremy Swayman. And now they're behind by 1. As Jeremy Swayman apparently stops the show every time the Golden Knights take a shot. Yeah, that's cute that he's made 6 saves in a period, but that's not a stat that really needs to be shown by NHL Edge, in my opinion. I brought that up multiple times before. Brayden McNabb with a large hit. As Mitch Marner looked to carry it in, knocked off the stick. Collected by Andrew Peeke. And a battle for it along the wall. And of course the Bruins come away with it. Brayden McNabb steps up. Huge hit. And that pass missed completely because apparently Vegas isn't allowed to pass and isn't allowed to score goals with the blind guy at the controls today. Save made by Hill. Puck's carried in now by Mitch Marner. Marner switching to the backhand. Knocked off the stick. Collected by McNabb. Knocked off his stick as well. Now Carlson with a long drive into bodies. Collected by Andrew Peak, who apparently is in peak performance as a defenseman right now. Blocking everything that moves. Rasmus Anderson has it for the Golden Knights. Anderson trying to sort himself out there. Lindholm. Puck carried back in now by Riley Smith. Down to the final minute of period 2, and the Golden Knights are still looking for the equalizer, despite the fact that they're heavily out shooting the Bees. And Swayman apparently is having everything stick to him like honey. 26 shots, 26 saves. And look at this, Brayden McNabb steps up on David Pasternak, and he's going to knock all the pasta bazool out of him on that hit. .4 seconds to go in period number 2. You got to think that the Golden Knights deserve a better fate with how many shots they've had. Eichel changes that right there! Eichel motorcycle with a last-second tying goal as the Golden Knights have evened it up at 1. I was talking about fate, and there it is. Jack Eichel with goal number 35 with 2.8 seconds to go here in the second period. And we're all even. So we are, as we left the first, even. But this time, each team has a goal. Mark Kastelik for the Bruins, and Jack Eichel right there for the Golden Knights. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 28-11 in favor of Vegas. Hits, 35-14, favoring the Golden Knights as well. We don't talk about the face-offs, if we know the Bruins have pulled away in that category. But Golden Knights were able to tie it very late in the second period. What a hit by Lauzon on Geekie. And now it's going to be wide open here in the third to see who can come away with the precious 2 points, as the Golden Knights have been able to show that they can get at least one puck past Jeremy Swayman. Hopefully they can get a second. We'll have to wait and see on that. There's Kastelik's goal. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Third period action coming at you next here on the VIG Lounge. Eichel wins the draw for the Golden Knights to start the third. And Stone with a chance off of Eichel. You got to be kidding me. They didn't have no puck. They didn't have bad puck luck. They didn't have none at all. Never mind. Stone Cold crazy, yo. I'm talking about bad puck luck. And we get a bounce like that. Golden Knights have a 2-1 lead. Not really sure how that went in. Did it go off Stone? Let's see. Oh no, pass back. I think put it in his own net. And Mark Stone was the last one to touch it. I gotta start talking about the bad luck here or something in this game. Every time I do, we wind up getting a goal. Stone with a drive. That could have been a regular one. Comes back to McNabb off the post. Now to the blue line to Theodore. Tried to do the one-timer, but he had to dust it off first. That was a one-time blast off the pad of Swayman. Mark Stone, and again, pad save by Swayman. It has been all Vegas in the opening minutes of this third period as the Bruins finally get a chance to dump it in. It's regathered again by Eichel. Finds Theodore, who's in alone, gets around McAvoy, and he scores! Shane ain't so. Theodore scored. Golden Knights lead 3-2-1. Oh my word. All of a sudden, Shea Theodore is in alone. McAvoy's chasing him, but there's nothing they can do. And it's behind Swayman, and just like that, the Golden Knights have opened up a 2-goal lead in the early stages of period number 3. Another one draw, try, score! Stone again! Oh, captain, my captain! Mark Stone with his 23rd. And all those shots that weren't going in the first and second period suddenly are going in at will, it seems like, as the Golden Knights have now jumped out to a 4-1 lead. And this one is no fluke. And Jack Eichel up to 60 points now. 16:01 to go on in the third period. And Stone trying to get his way through. Barbashev to the net, and he scores! Ivan the Terrible has made it rain when it pours, as the Golden Knights now lead it 5-1. And that's 2 clear-cut breakaways. And each one found the back of the net for Vegas. 14:48 to go here in the third. Pass got picked off. Shea Theodore carries in a cross score, and it's Tomas Hertl. Tomas Ninja Hertl extends the Golden Knights lead. It is now 6-1 Vegas. Oh boy, and the Bees have now turned to booze as the fans are not liking this one bit. As Jeremy Swayman has now been chased after giving up 5 goals in the period. And hurdles it again. Pat save! I don't even know who's in net for Boston right now. Goalie poke checked off a Golden Knight stick. Big hit there by Theodore. And Mitch Marner has it now for Vegas. Oh no, not again. This time's Hanifin. And Korpisalo shut the door on that one. It's under 11 minutes to go in the third. But in about a 6-minute span, the Golden Knights have broken this game wide open. I mean, can't be good when you give up the first goal, but exploding later on. Shot! Oh my goodness, what a save there by Korpisalo. He's playing like he's got a goaltending ability as well. Or X-Factor or zone ability, or whatever you want to call it. Riley Smith now with a chance. Settles it down. Shoots! Bad save by Korpisalo. And Smith comes around again. Rebound. Score! Mr. Smith finds the back of the net. And Korpisalo gives up 1 goal as well. And it is 19 for number 19 on the year, as the Golden Knights are continuing to run away with this third period explosion. As they've scored 6 goals here in the third to take a 7-1 lead. Hannaford trying to get it up to Carlson. Rasmus Andersson with a buck. And a penalty. That's not really much of anything. I mean, you can call them interference, I guess, because it's going to go down like that anyway, but that really didn't look like anything. It looked like Anderson barely touched him. But whatever. See if the Golden Knights can kill this one off. Well, I was going to say he got by with a little help from his friends, and then Elias Lindholm was able to put home the rebound off the post. And the Bruins have a second goal to make things a little more respectable with a, what I feel, unwarranted power play, but those are normally the ones that teams do tend to score on. Shea Theodore around it. Oh, wait a minute. Golden Knights are now going to get a man advantage with 7:25 remaining as Morgan Geekie is going to the box. Got the stick in on Marner. And it's a slashing call. Geekie doesn't like it, but if they're going to call tight calls like that interference one for Vegas, I mean, turnabout is fair play. Charlie McAvoy trying to get it out for Boston. Lost the puck. Now Eichel has it, trying to get a shot away. And Castlewood will carry out for the Bees. Golden Knights trying to carry it back in. Shea Theodore on the right side will do so. Shea Theodore comes in again. Rebound from Marner. Couldn't get it to go. Maybe if that was a left-hand shot, they might have. Lost the puck. Definitely not as crisp in the power play as they've been at even strength, but maybe the Golden Knights can get a rush out of this. There's Marner. Stops up. Far side. Save made by Corpusalo. Probably on the Golden Knights' best chance. There's the Bruins' upcoming schedule, which I have no interest in whatsoever. .49 seconds on the man advantage for Vegas. Hertl wins it back to Rasmus Andersson. Lets it go. That shot goes high. Now Hannaford has it. Trying to get something out of this man advantage, but it's been difficult to come by. And I think the Bruins have killed it off. Now to Hannaford, or now to Rasmus Andersson, off the, I think that was off the crossbar, or maybe off the post. It definitely clanked with some metal and nearly left the zone. Hacking and whacking away out into the Knights. Hannaford gave it away. Well, they're not saying brew. We know that. They're definitely saying boo. Oh, they're going to say boo even more as Tomas Hertl hits the net again. Life is great with 48 as the Golden Knights allow us to return to our regularly scheduled program. It is now 8-1, or excuse me, 8-2. Oh my goodness, what a hit that was as well. Rasmus Andersson, huge hit along the wall. As Tomas Hertl gets his second goal of the game. 8-2 Vegas with a now 7-goal third period. Oh, and the Bruins trying to get another one back, and they nearly did there. Hertl. Got it up to Marner. Marner trying to find the back of the net, and he wouldn't do it on that chance. He's definitely hit the net quite a few times, but he's been thwarted by either Swayman or in this case, Korpisalo. Golden Knights struggling to get it out of the zone. Barbashev will finally do that. Ivan Barbashev fires and a pad save by Jonas Korpisalo. Long drive, handled off the pad of Korpisalo. Jack Eichel trying to weave his way through until he gets knocked down. Now Stone with a hit. Carried back in by Jeremy Lauzon. Lauzon fires, rebound! Couldn't get it to go for Stone. Tries on the backhand, and that didn't work either. Long drive off the shoulder of Adin Hill. But the Vegas Golden Knights put up a 7-goal explosion in the third period to come away with a huge 8-2 victory away from the Fortress. All hail the conquering hero, aka the Vegas Golden Knights, as they put on a show in the last 20 minutes of this game. 8-2 your final. 2 goals by Tomas Hertl, and then 6 goals to spread the wealth, including a couple of really nice breakpoints. Take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 53-19 in favor of Vegas. Hits, 57-21 in favor of the Golden Knights as well. Faceoffs, somewhat closer than I thought, 20-10. And there was a power play goal for the Bruins, no power play goal for Vegas, but we didn't need it because we scored 8 goals at even strength, so I can't complain. Golden Knights with a huge win and a performance in the third period for the ages. Thank you all for tuning in to part 1 of this episode of the VIG Lounge. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. I bid you adieu. I will be back momentarily with the Penguins and Oilers, but until next time, have yourselves a tremendous Thursday, everybody.